Now let's come to Madhu. Madhu, now what happened in Parliament today is very important because to my mind, it sets the tone for what to expect over the next 5 years. You heard the Prime Minister's angry retort towards the end that if this is how you behave, we will pay back, that there will be consequences of some such actions. Now, this was, Rahul Gandhi said, let there be a new beginning. Opposition leaders expressed the same kind of sentiment. But everything you referred to happened in the past. You came with an old mindset. You didn't allow for a new beginning. How will there be a new beginning after what the opposition did in Parliament today? Madhu?
Rahul, let me answer your questions. Before that, my friend Shahzada put so many questions to me. Let me quickly answer on that. Mr. Shahzada was helping the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs at that point, and he was very much involved in the Parliament proceedings, and he's seen that. Probably joined the BJP party. Now he has forgotten. His memory also looks like come down. Let's talk about what happened in the 93. Let's talk about what Prime Minister of the country today. Has he ever appealed even to those groups which are clashing and fighting in Manipur? And secondly, you're talking about why we are not allowed Prime Minister to speak. Rahul, why didn't he allow the leader of oppositions to speak? Why didn't they switch off his mic? We never did it. And let me answer.
Is this true, Kanchanda, that the mic is now being switched off, which wasn't the case earlier?
Rahul.
Okay, let Madhu complete. Let Madhu complete. I'm going to go across to Kanchanda in a moment. Yes.
Rahul, let me answer. Rahul, let me quickly answer. Give me half a minute.
Okay.
Let me quick, because there's so many questions he put and he directly attacked me. When Telangana bill passed, I'm the witness, I'm the deputy chief whip of the party. We allowed Srimati Sushma Swaraj to speak. Never switched off. He's allowed to speak and never mics were switched off in entire 10 years. I was in the parliament. You were also covering parliament, Rahul. Probably, I hope the BJP party nominate Mr. Shehzad Poonawala to parliament. Then he will understand what parliament proceedings is. Modi ji has not changed. His arrogance is continuing. He is not listed what he has done past 10 years. He started listing about attacking Nehru ji, Indira Gandhi ji and Rajiv Gandhi ji. He's talking about reservations. Where did reservations have come? SC, ST, BC reservations started in only Congress time. He's talking about Ambedkar ji. Who appointed Ambedkar ji's law minister? It is Mr. Nehru. The cordial relationship between Nehru and Ambedkar. So Prime Minister was making a political speech rather than thanking the President and listing what all he has done for the past 10 years.
Now you've looked at Parliament proceedings so carefully.
And he's simply attacking.
Respond to 2 points. One second. Madhu, you've spoken now. Madhu, you've spoken now. Kanchanda, the switching between the cameras. Kanchanda, just hear my question, please. The switching between the different cameras in Parliament seems to be such that the opposition feels they don't get a fair share of visibility. Whenever there's an awkward moment is when Rahul Gandhi's camera gets cut. Rest of the time, when he's aggressive, it's not there. When he's in an awkward position, he's shown. That is unfair. B, this business of turning down the mics of opposition leaders and them not being allowed to speak, which opposition claims is a deviation from when they were in government. Kanchan Gupta.
Rahul, this is precisely the point which I was trying to make, that you can't just continue to spit and run away. That I shall spit on you and then run away. I will come back again, spit on you and run away. That is what children do in a schoolyard, not inside Parliament. You don't say that my mic has been switched off. Nobody's mic gets switched off. There is a rule in Parliament. You are allotted a certain amount of time, say for 10 minutes. So your mic is alive for 10 minutes and then you request and the speaker allows you to continue like it happened today with many opposition speakers, and then your mic continues to be live. Now you come out and say, oh, my mic was switched off. You know, this is not true. The speaker does not have access to microphones inside.
Okay, respond to the other part, the switching between the cameras.
I was on a different point entirely, Rahul. One second.
Okay.
You see, this constant thing of mocking the government that you don't have numbers, Oh, you lost the election. Ek Tihai Pradhan Mantri. This, that. I mean, this is just so wrong. I mean, 1991, the Congress did not have a majority in Parliament. It was the BJP which allowed the Congress to function, pass laws, bring about major reforms in the economy, because the BJP decided that we will not disturb the minority government. the left and the BJP were both on board in 1991 supporting a minority government. Congress seems to have forgotten that.
Okay, Sanjay Jha, respond to this.
In 2004,
Okay.
what were the Congress numbers? In 2009, what were the Congress numbers?
Okay, you didn't answer my... Okay, you made this point, Kanchan Gupta, but you haven't responded to my point about the cameras being switched in a way that seems to benefit the treasury benches.
I can imagine that your studio camera right now has decided to show me as a pumpkin. And I can go out and say that Rahul has told his studio cameras to show me as a pumpkin. Now you can't. I mean, you can't sort of answer to that charge because it's such an absurd charge. Why should anybody not want Rahul Gandhi to be shown during this?
Also, Sanjay Jha, there is some argument. There is some.
He had his back to the camera.
No, there is some rationale to not showing opposition leaders when they are in the well of the house, because then it kind of encourages deviant behavior. The moment you keep showing opposition leaders when they're in the well of the house, they'll keep doing this again and again, and it encourages deviant behavior. Therefore, by just showing the speaker, by showing Prime Minister Modi and showing the opposition when they are orderly, the switchers are trying, the production crew is trying to send the message that we cannot reward deviant behavior. Sanjay Jha.
Rahul, a couple of short observations. Number one, look at the track record of the Doordarshan during the elections. Who did they cover more? Who did they cover from the opposition? And you'll get to know the very prejudiced, biased coverage from all state broadcasters. I'm not surprised the opposition is absolutely justified in believing that the cameras are not doing justice to their presence, because they also represent the people of India. Mr. Modi's arrogance is absolutely luminous. You know, this gentleman really believes that the opposition does not represent the people of India, that only the treasury benches represent the people of this country. I mean, you know, Mr. Modi, for his 10 years of political experience at the highest level, scorns and mocks Indian democracy day in and night out. Let me make two very quick points for you. Mr. Modi not addressing Manipur, Rahul, you and I have debated very often for the last decade and more. I am astounded, and I'm sure so are you, that an Indian Prime Minister has not visited a state where over 200 people have died. They are fellow Indians.
No, but there is a time and place for that argument. There was a debate in Parliament on Manipur. This is about the President's address. And the debate usually centers around what the President said in her address.
Rahul, will you allow a 10-second intervention?
The Congress party is making a statement because in Manipur, Mr. Gupta, can you maintain some civility, please? In Manipur, both the members of Parliament have come from the Congress. That is a message to Mr. Modi that you cannot afford to treat a northeastern state like some kind of a stepmotherly treatment.
Why has he not visited Manipur? Asked Sanjay Jha. Kanchan Gupta wants a 10-second interjection. Go for it.
Yeah, but I'm not done yet, Rahul.
Okay, I'm coming back to you, but Kanchanda, go for it. You're on mute. I think you put yourself on mute. I didn't do anything. You put yourself on mute. Go for it.
Oh, yeah. No, all I'm saying is after the, it is this whole thing that the Prime Minister has not gone to Manipur, the Prime Minister has not gone here, the Prime Minister has not gone to this place in Chopra in West Bengal, where a Talibani court run by a TMC MLA publicly flogged a woman and a man. They are political partners of the Congress. So you can keep on drawing up this list. Just, I mean, if you want a retort, Indira Gandhi did not go to Delhi after the Delhi massacre. So does that make Indira Gandhi any, I mean, are we then to say that Indira Gandhi did not take the situation in Assam seriously? Or she did not go to...
Shehzad Poonawala, looked at from the opposition's lenses, they can make the argument that by raising Manipur, we brought it to public consciousness. We wouldn't have asked so many questions about Manipur had the opposition not been chanting Manipur all around. So therefore, the PM did what he had to. The opposition can claim we did what we could to try and put the PM under pressure. Therefore, at the end of the day and at the end of the debate, the scoreline reads 1-1. It doesn't read Modi 1, Rahul 0.
Rahul, I will come to that question in the next 15 seconds, but please indulge me because on India Today and particularly your show, people should not be allowed to get away with half-truths. Here is the news report from the Indian Express as to how the proceedings and the broadcast of the proceedings during the Andhra bifurcation bill were completely blacked out. And you remember that, Rahul. I don't need to show you a news article to remind you. Those who are complaining about mics being allegedly switched off, I reiterate, go and read the India Today article as to how the mic system works. But forget that. The LOP of Tamil Nadu has been kicked out. Rahul, parity. Please ask for parity. If you are so in favor of being allowed to be spoken, then please tell me in Tamil Nadu why you have kicked out the LOP for the entire session. He's not even my party LOP. He's a LOP from AIDMK. But practice what you preach. But Rahul, that's what they won't do. And forget everything else. Madhu is a mature person. You know, Supriya Srinath has actually posted from the official Congress handles about making a virtue out of indiscipline, saying कि ये मजबूत विपक्ष की आवाज है. Doing heckling and interrupting continuously is मजबूत विपक्ष की आवाज. Thirdly, Mr. Sanjay Jha is preaching about democracy and we are not democratic. Sanjay, you wrote one article against the Congress, you are suspended. They took Sam Pitroda back, but you have not been taken back. My dear friend Sanjay, I feel bad for you.
Don't worry about that.
At least you should have democracy to the
okay.
extent that Sanjay, who comes and I know you are suspended not just in status but in logic also, Sanjay, that the party which suspended you for one article does not even look at you, is democratic, and Prime Minister Modi, who is listening to all kinds of things from LOP and not suspending him for the session, is the undemocratic person. So therefore forget that. Sanjay.
I'm out
Now
of
coming to
time.
your
Final
question,
word, Sanjay Jha, are you hoping to get unsuspended? Are you hoping to go back formally?
Rahul, let me answer.
Rahul, I refuse to get provoked by Shehzad. My relationship with the Congress is between the Congress and me. Nobody needs to be private to it. Here is the larger point. Ever since Rahul Gandhi and the Congress have talked about the power of the Indian Constitution, Mr. Modi and the BJP are extremely nervous because the Constitution is the idea of India.
Does the Constitution apply in Bengal?
The respect for each and everybody in the country, irrespective of religion and caste, freedom of expression. That is the reality.
Okay. Final words, Madhu Yashi. The problem is,
they flouted the Indian Constitution.
No, one second. The problem is what happened today could then be a template for what happens over the next 5 years. When the government speaks, the opposition doesn't listen. When the opposition speaks, the government doesn't pay any attention. That surely is not what this mandate of 2024 was all about.
Let me quickly answer on that, Rahul.
Yes.
Why not Prime Minister invited the leader of opposition and the opposition parties before start of this parliament? That was the customary tradition followed continuous every government when government first formed and for first parliament session. Did Prime Minister ever met the leaders of opposition or opposition parties in the past 10 years, Rahul? He met only once in the 10 years. His arrogance has not come down. Secondly, I am the witness when the reorganization bill was shut. Do you recollect the pepper spray? Lagadapat Rajgodan MPs, what they bought into the house? And do you have to remind Mr. Shahjah was not in the parliament. He was only parliament corridors. He doesn't know what happened inside the parliament house. They were ready to attack Sonia Gandhi ji and Meera Kumar ji and Sushil Shinde ji. Physically planned to attack. We need to protect them. And there was a goons came from Rayalaseema and other regions. That was the intelligence report was given. Why it was shut for a few minutes. And secondly, whenever opposition was in the well, always seen on the TV live, Rahul, not like this. They completely blocked out the opposition protest. And you're asking why let Prime Minister start what these predecessors have done it in the past in the country.
Well,
he is the Prime Minister of the country, not the BJP party.
There are two echo chambers, and that's the phrase the Prime Minister used. There is one echo chamber, which is that of BJP supporters, which is convinced that everything that the opposition is doing is wrong. There's another echo chamber of the opposition, which is convinced that the government is wrong, which is where, you know, voices being heard across these echo chambers, voices talking to each other as they should in democracy. That space is imperiled, and that, I'm afraid, could be a trend that continues over the next 5 years. More fireworks, more tutu meme, less actual debating, which is what Parliament should really witness. Otherwise, you're just trying to shout each other down, and that never makes for a good debate. I'm out of time. I want to thank our guests for joining us.